Welcome to battle number 2 of week number 7 of the FnF Victory Road Draft League. This battle is going to pit Quest Requested's team, which is Verocious Victini, versus Sir Roland's team, which is Waterfront Woods. There is a Mega Pokemon available in this battle. It is Mega Absol on Waterfront Woods. There are no Z Pokemon on Quest's team, and there are... Actually, I don't believe there are Z Pokemon on Sir Roland's team either. So no Z moves will be used in this battle for sure, and only one Mega will appear. This battle looks like Quest is bringing... Oh wait, Mega Aerodactyl's on Quest's side, never mind. I totally just ignored it, I guess. Mega Aerodactyl is on Quest's side, so both sides brought their Megas. Neither side brought Z Pokemon. I'm sorry, Mega Aerodactyl, for some reason, I just did not see you. I think you blended with the floor or something. I don't know. The colors on Aerodactyl are just so pale compared to the other 5 that for some reason my field of vision just stopped at Tapu Bulu. Anyways, it looks like this is going to be an interesting one. Speaking of Mega Aerodactyl, it will be quite useful being able to come in on a Staraptor's return perhaps of Brave Bird and being able to hit back with Stone Edge, hitting most of Sir Roland's Pokemon really hard. If it brings Wing Attack, it could even hit Torterra hard, although it's not probably going to want to stay in versus Torterra. Maybe it gets Ice Fang actually, in which case it doesn't mind. It also looks like Helioptile is going to be really useful, being able to hit specially really hard, and Helioptile almost always carries Empower Ice, so Torterra will have a problem with that. Despite Torterra having some problems, though, it does look like a good Pokemon in this matchup, being able to come in on Zydog if it is hitting hard physically, because it's quite defensive, and hit back pretty hard. Additionally, Frostlass could be up to its usual shenanigans with that Focus Sash, with Destiny Bond, with spikes and all that stuff. And Volcanion is going to look like a really promising tank, being able to hit pretty much all of Quest's Pokemon very hard with its wide variety of coverage moves and its really decent stats. So this will be an interesting battle for sure. Last season they did have a pretty intense fight. It went down to one Pokemon. Quest narrowly won. Let's see if Sir Roland will bring that fight again and maybe turn it in his favor, or if Quest is going to go for it. And we'll just take a look and see. Lead-wise, I think Quest will probably start with Ariados to set up a Sticky Web. I could see Sir Roland starting with Frostlass probably, or Mega Absol. The thing with Mega Absol is that Ariados can threaten it really hard, and Ariados will probably be holding a Focus Sash, so Ariados will win that battle. If Frostlass comes, it can taunt Ariados and not really care about its moves that much. But it does have to be careful if it has Shadow Sneak or Sucker Punch. Quest is climbing his way back up into that top 8 position, and Sir Roland has a 2 wins under his belt, which is something that he was really hoping for. It looks like Ariados is going to go versus Mega Absol, who goes for the Mega Evolution. Flamethrower is going to do some decent damage. Mega Horn is going to miss. Quite unfortunate. That definitely would have KO'd. Now Quest is going to have to... it looks like he just sacks Rutger the Ariados. He does not want to switch into Mega Absol. And so far the score is 5-6. Mega Horn is a good move if it hits, but it does have that pretty bad accuracy. Zydog, the Zygarde, is going to come in. Nothing really wants to switch into it. Maybe Torterra, but its 1,000 Arrows does hit very hard. Looks like Hapless is going to decide if it's going to stay in and try to take it down, or if it'll switch out. A Sucker Punch might hit it hard enough to one-hit KO, but it does look like it is a mixed Absol, so I don't know what its investment is. Looks like Volcanion's going to come into that 1,000 Arrows. That's going to do massive damage. It takes it down to 3%. Yeah, ground moves on Volcanion hit really hard, so Volcanion might have been better saved for later. Maybe this is a Choice Volcanion, though. Choice Scarf could outspeed in one-hit KO, but it's just going to take that 1,000 Arrows, and down goes Volcanion. The score is now 5-5. Torterra could be good right now. Quest does have Tapu Bulu as a reliable switch into Torterra, resisting grass moves and Earthquake, especially because of the grassy terrain. Best starter, the Torterra, comes out. If it doesn't have something to deal with Tapu Bulu, then Sir Roland's going to have to rethink its options if Tapu Bulu comes to switch in, which I'm thinking it might. We saw in the last battle of Quest versus Fingered Witch how grassy terrain really helped Quest weaken that Earthquake from Infernape. That Earthquake from Mega Altar, if it hit Infernape that battle, outside of Grassy Surge, that battle would have gone way differently. But it looks like Sir Roland actually goes for the Woodhammer instead of the Earthquake, which does huge damage to Kuryu, the Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu is now at 33%. Nothing can switch in to that Woodhammer. It will one-hit KO everything else. Maybe not Empoleon, but definitely the other three. So Kuryu will probably have to stay in and try to tough it out. The question is, does Kuryu have a move to hit Torterra with? A Woodhammer from Kuryu will actually probably be enough to take down Torterra if it's choice banded. But it'll do massive damage in the process, maybe even taking itself down with the recoil. If I had to guess, I'd say Quest is probably calcing the Woodhammer to see if it'll take down Torterra. I'm gonna guess it will, unless Torterra is defensively invested in some way. But Hapless the Absol comes in, taking that Woodhammer, and Kuryu's going to be brought down to 2%, going up to 8% because of the Grassy Surge. Hips, the Gallade is going to come out. The score is now 5-4, but Tapu Bulu is barely hanging on. And a Shadow Sneak is enough to take down Tapu Bulu. The score is now 4-4. Gallade actually looks pretty good right now. Zygarde could take it down, especially with an Outrage. Maybe 1,000 Arrows won't be enough depending on whether it's banded or choiced. Scarfed. But yeah, it's actually looking really good right now because the special defense is pretty nice. It can take a hit from Empoleon and Heliolisk. And unless Aerodactyl's carrying Wing Attack, which it usually doesn't, it will probably be able to take a hit from Aerodactyl too, despite its low defense. So Zydog is the best option, and it looks like we might get 1,000 Arrows or an Outrage. 1,000 Arrows might be enough to take it down, but I'm not sure. I think it depends on investment and what the item Zydog has is. Hips can do massive damage to Zydog, though. It really, really depends on this investment and what the items they have are. The missing link in this, of course, is Frostlass, although Frostlass is walled to an extent by Empoleon, especially if it has Flash Cannon, it can take it down. We did see Sir Roland use Thunderbolt on Frostlass to take out Cloyster before, so I wouldn't be surprised if Frostlass had Thunderbolt again for Empoleon, but we'll have to see. Zydog looking really threatening here with that 1,000 Arrows. Nothing can switch into it, except Torterra, actually. But he's going to go for the Outrage instead of the 1,000 Arrows. Good choice. That definitely did really massive damage on Torterra, which is one of the really scary Pokemon that Sir Roland had. It will confuse Zydog, but Zydog will be able to safely switch out and switch to Empoleon once Frostlass comes in when it's confused. The best case scenario for Sir Roland right now is Outrage just takes down Torterra, but it keeps going, so Frostlass is able to switch in and just Ice Beam Zydog. Not having a Fairy makes Outrage very free to use in this matchup, but Gallade's going to come out to take that Outrage instead, and it does take down Gallade, and Zydog does get confused. Now Staraptor comes in, recoil damage to Staraptor. Empoleon can be pretty comfortable versus Staraptor for the most part. Aerodactyl to an extent, even with Brave Bird. It all depends on what move Staraptor uses and if it's choiced or not. Aerodactyl is going to be the one to come in, and U-turn is what Staraptor goes for. I'm guessing we're going to see Frostlass. Yep, Bogo the Frostlass comes out. Mega Aerodactyl still does outspeed Frostlass, but it could be holding a Focus Sash. If it is holding a Focus Sash, even a Stone Edge won't be enough to take it down. Crunch hits, but the Focus Sash is affected, and Curse Body means that it is disabled. Freeze from the Ice Beam. So they're both at low HP. Freeze means that Rex will not be able to take down Bogo the Frostlass, and Bogo takes down Aerodactyl. The score is now 3-3, but Frostlass is hanging on by a thread. Likely we'll see Empoleon come in to take out Frostlass or to set up rocks. Zydog's actually the one to come in, and that's interesting. So this Zydog is probably Scarfed if it is comfortable coming in versus Frostlass. Yeah, Zydog is Scarfed. I'm guessing because, like, why would it come out against Frostlass if it wasn't? Unless it outspeeds, but I'm pretty sure Frostlass outspeeds. The Double Edge is going to take it down. Frostlass... Oh, it doesn't outspeed. Weird. Damn, Zydog is really fast. Okay, Misty, the Heliolisk comes out. Double Edge hits hard and takes down Zydog. Who will go faster? That is the question. It looks like Staraptor is faster. Double Edge takes down Heliolisk as well. Bomber the Empoleon is the last Pokemon standing. Double Edge doesn't hit as hard this time, only doing 28%, and a Scald is going to be enough to take down recoil damage to Staraptor. It is all up to Torterra. It is starter versus starter, but I do think a Scald might be enough to take down Torterra, unless there's some weird speed investment in Torterra. I'm not sure if Torterra will be able to clinch this one out, but we'll just have to see about it. All Torterra needs is an Earthquake. Oh, and it actually goes first! Oh my gosh! What? 240 versus 232. There was speed investment in there. That is crazy. Wow. That was pretty hype. I was like, okay, it looks like Empoleon's going to be able to Scald Torterra down. But Torterra had some speed investment and was able to outspeed Staraptor. Empoleon. That was hype. That was really hype. Who expects speed investment on Torterra? That was crazy. But yeah, really intense match there between the two of them. And it's a 1-0 victory for Sir Roland, flipping that score from last season on its head. Now they're both 1-1 versus each other, and they both won by one Pokemon. Close matches each time. Really exciting. Tune in for some more matches of Week 7 coming up. They'll come later. This is Noel from Sun and Friendly. See you then.